Hey everyone, and welcome back. You ready to dive into something kind of huge?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's something we all want more of.
Yeah.
Self-value, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be checking out these excerpts from 10 Ways to Value Yourself.
Okay.
We're looking at parts 3 and 4 today
Right.
to give us some advice that we can actually use. This is part of a 5-part series, by the way.
Yep.
And today, we're hitting those two big ideas, celebrating what makes you, you,
Right.
and sticking up for yourself nicely.
Yes. I love it. And I think this excerpt does a really good job at tackling this idea that we have to fit in to be worthwhile. Because actually, it's the opposite, right?
Yeah.
It's what makes you unique that makes you.
You're totally right. It's like we're almost taught to follow the rules and blend in.
Right.
And this excerpt is saying, no, rock what you got. Like,
Yeah.
those are your strengths, not things to hide away.
Absolutely. I think we downplay those strengths a lot, Have you ever heard of imposter syndrome?
Oh, yeah.
That feeling where you feel like a fraud even when you're successful?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I think it comes from this idea of we need to be like everybody else in order to be successful, when really it's focusing on those strengths that set us apart.
Yeah, it's like everyone else is taken.
Exactly.
There's this great quote from the excerpt. It says, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs the original, irreplaceable you.
Ooh, I like that.
I know, right? So I want to ask you guys listening, what's something about yourself that you've tried to hide because you thought it made you different? How can you see that as a strength instead? Okay, so that brings us to our next big idea. And honestly, this one can be kind of intimidating.
Okay.
Assertiveness.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that word?
I think it's a word that's often misconstrued, right? Like we think about being aggressive.
Right.
But this excerpt really beautifully positions it as just communicating clearly and kindly your needs and your boundaries.
Not like demanding or anything, just confidently saying, this is what I need, this is where my line is.
Absolutely, yeah, being able to set those boundaries.
Right.
And I love that it's not about like storming into your boss's office and being like, I deserve a raise.
Right.
It's about, presenting what you've done for the company.
Totally.
And saying, this is, my expectation.
Yeah, so it's about standing up for yourself, but respectfully.
Absolutely. And what's interesting is a lot of times when we aren't assertive, it comes from a place of fear. Fear of judgment or fear of conflict or fear of upsetting others even.
Right, which that can actually hurt you more in the long run though, right?
Totally. Because if you are constantly pushing down your needs or your opinions, it can lead to resentment, feeling unheard.
Totally. Okay, this quote really hit home for me. It says, every time you assert yourself, you're making a powerful statement. I matter, my feelings matter, and my dreams are worth pursuing.
That's good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like being assertive is not selfish, it's self-respect.
Exactly. Yeah. Honoring yourself.
Okay, so I'm curious, what's one situation where you've struggled to stick up for yourself?
Oh, gosh. Tons, especially earlier on in my career. But what helped me reframe it was every time I did speak up, I felt empowered.
Wow.
It was like, yes, like my voice matters.
Yeah.
So it was a good feeling.
That's awesome. It makes me think, if we actually believed in ourselves and our worth, what would our lives look like?
Yes.
What would we allow ourselves to go after?
Right. Like, what would we do? What would we say?
Totally. That's something to think about.
It is.
But ultimately, this excerpt is a good reminder that, valuing yourself, that's a choice.
It is.
It's a journey, and it's about owning who you are.
Absolutely. Embracing your true self.
All right. Thank you guys for diving in with us today.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone.
And we'll catch you in the next one.